Hello, my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL by Night. Chapter 7, Grace for Sale. Let's meet our vampires.
I am Brittany Trambauer-Smith, and I play Melisende.
Hi, my name is Tyler Sutherland, and I'm playing Aaron.
My name is Leona Roar, and I'm playing Thomasina Elena Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo, playing Anton Krovopuskov.
And our special guest, Evan Ivey, will be joining us, as they say, at a dramatically appropriate moment. So now, sit back and relax as we tell a vampire story. When last we saw our coterie, they had been taken to the home of Proctor, the Tremere Primogen, to see the full weight of their actions against Catherine, the Malkavian. They were shown to Tilly, who was trapped in Proctor's basement. She was trapped for her own good, but suffering, thinking about everything that happened to Catherine, and thinking that she was burning along with her because she had been inside Catherine's mind when the group sent her to the final death. Their bond was made stronger by the fact that Tilly was Catherine's sire. We pick up now a week later. The Primogen took a step back from the coterie and took a step back from assigning projects, allowing them some personal time and time for them to look into their coteries and their concerns. So, Aaron, you wake up to a beautiful evening. A couple of your clanmates are out and about, digging new holes for the tornado shelter bases for the tiny homes to be put on top of them. Your concerns for caring for the future Gangrel did not fall on deaf ears with Denise, and she's ordered 10 new homes to be built just in case. And so as you go into your fridge, you see the 7 blood bags that you got from your black market dealer.
I, throughout the week, wanted to take a look, just to take inventory, if there were. Do I recognize any humors, any blood types, or names, if anything?
So there are labels on them since they are from the blood bus. So 2 are labeled John Smith, anonymous donors, types AB negative and A plus. One of a Terrence Schmidt, type O negative. Another from a Donna Lynch, type A minus, negative. A Dr. Amanda Gilbert, type B positive. Dominic Price, type AB positive. And Amanda Madden, type O positive.
Okay. I'll take just a random 3 bags and just keep them on my to-go bag, essentially.
Okay.
I want to take a time to turn on the news to CNN and see if I see a particular friend of mine.
You do.
Okay.
Melly is currently on the news arguing about the primaries.
Yeah, Anderson is particularly squirmy when it comes to, more edgy topics.
And you see her hair is still that beautiful shade of red that you saw last time. And you know that with vampires, dyeing your hair and cutting your hair typically would reset overnight. The dye would fall from the hair would grow back to where it was. But her look has stayed.
And it's been a week.
Yes.
Ooh, it's expensive. I send Mel a text message that just says, "Hope you're doing okay. Mind if I swing by when you're done tonight?" And I just start driving towards the CNN Center.
Okay.
And obviously I can't respond until commercial break.
Yes.
But I feel the buzz in my purse, and I pick up my blue phone. Careful to make sure that there aren't any PAs or anybody handy that would notice it and ask questions about it.
They're buzzing too much with Anderson.
Okay, great. So I will respond and say, sure, sign in at the front desk, tell them you're there to see me, and come up to I think it's the 10th floor, and sign in there as well with another receptionist, and I'll let them know they're on your way. So
on the journey, setting my phone on just speaker, I want to just give Patrick a quick call.
Okay.
And say just check in with them for the first few minutes, but then to check in to see if he found any new leads on the DC case.
He says, "Nah, man, not terribly so. That's out of our jurisdiction, but I gave them all our info, and my guy at the precinct up there said he'd let me know if they found anything major, but they're hunting it down."
Thanks, Patrick.
Welcome, dude. Anything else you need?
Nope. That was enough.
Okay, cool.
And I'll just disconnect.
Okay.
Patrick's gotta die. Okay. And I'll just continue until I get to the CNN Center and follow the proper procedures to get in.
Okay. So you do get in, you sign in. What name are you signing in with?
Tough questions. Just Aaron, with a period after it.
Okay. And so they give you a visitor's badge, and you're escorted up to Mel's floor, where they have you sign in again. Okay. And they buzz Mel and say, "We have a Mr. Aaron here to see you."
And I just push the intercom, which is inside the dressing room, and I say, "You can send him in."
"Yes, ma'am, right away."
I'll walk in, and it's very bright, I imagine. Okay.
It's the dressing room.
Oh.
So the hair and makeup artist will be touching me up in between segments, and
Gotcha.
And we're in between programs, so I think Don Lemon is after this.
Okay.
So.
Is it just you in this room?
It's me and the makeup artist.
Okay. Mel, I just wanted to swing by, say hi, see if you had a few minutes to catch up.
Sure. Yeah.
You're being eyeballed by the hair and makeup team, just smirking and looking at you and looking at Mel and looking at you.
Can I just have the room for a moment, guys? Please?
"Oh, yeah, of course."
All right.
And they pretty much scuttle out.
And I close the door behind them. I take my scarf out and I place it over the intercom just in case. Mm-hmm. I turn my non-blue phone off completely, and if I can remove the battery, I do. I don't think I can if it's an iPhone.
No.
But I do tuck it up underneath as many pillows as I can, because there's a couch in there.
Yeah.
And I just sit back down in the director's chair, which is what they're doing my hair and makeup in, and I turn it towards them. And how you doing?
Doing decent. While you're doing that, I'm trying to follow as fast as I can with my own phone to turn it off, dismantle it, shovel it under something.
Yeah.
Your hair is still different. It looks good.
Thank you.
Why does it look different? I thought we reset.
We do.
Do you pay to do it again and again every night?
I pay to have it done, certainly, but I call in favors as necessary. And you know, I'm quite a bit older than you are, so I have a few people I can call on when it's necessary. And when CNN says it's time for a change, I have to listen to them to keep up appearance.
You don't have to date yourself, but do you have a preferred hairstyle through your time?
I really, really enjoyed victory rolls for a while. 1940s. No? Nothing? Okay. What about pinned back with sort of curls kind of coming down the back? Victorian? Does that... Can you picture that?
I can, but
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I did not know you were... This is... I cannot say this a good way. I didn't know you were that old.
Oh, Aaron, age is not a very sensitive thing. I think it's a point of pride the older you are.
Mm.
But I have to call in favors on occasion.
Wow. Okay. Again, it looks great.
Thank you. It's I feel like it's very different than what I'm used to. I had the previous style for 4 years, so it was about time for a change.
I'm not subtle. So I drove here wanting to talk to see how you were with Tilly.
I sent weekly flowers as I could. I have done some personal introspection as to how I treat my coterie in the future. And I have, tried to gather whatever information I could about how I can make this not happen in the future. What about you? I understand that you now have a weapon that's not just your hand.
I definitely did not bring that into the CNN Center.
Of course you didn't.
No, of course not. I think I'm doing better than I was, but I know Tilly was very close to you, and it will be difficult to move forward, but I want you to know I'm sorry.
I think I placed more guilt on you, all of you, than was fair. And I do want to talk to the rest of everybody at some point in that regard, but I appreciate that. But I do think that we have some strategic decisions to make for future cases. And I think that we can do that in a constructive way.
Okay. Have you, by chance, checked in with Olivia about any of the lost ones we've saved?
Have I?
Nope. You have not.
No, I have not. I do think that that'd be worth us doing in the very near future. Perhaps a little bit of good news could do everybody well. You are close with Aaron. I'm sorry, with Anton, are you not?
Yeah.
How is he? Since last week?
He's been held up in the Athenaeum all week. Texted him a few times, and that's been about it.
Okay.
If you have time tonight, I wanted to get the band back together. Just get everybody on our way, and I don't know, just we have fun when we're together, and it's been a while since that's happened. I wanted to see if that's still possible.
I would like that. I have not had the opportunity or perhaps the good sense to contact anybody else, so I am thankful that you are as kind as you are, Aaron. Certainly more so than I can be. So.
Well, let me know when you're free. I'm free all night, as always. We can swing by, pick up Thomasina, or I can just head straight to Anton and give Thomasina a heads up.
Okay. I think this is my last show for the evening, so
Great.
I will text you when I'm out.
Do you want me to just stay in here, or...
No, actually, I have somewhere better for you.
Oh, great.
And I will remove all of the items that were, blocking all of the possible listening devices. I will turn my phone back on. I will open the door.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that they're not standing directly outside the door, right?
Oh, they are. They kind of do the thing where they're standing on the other side of the hall, but they're...
Okay. And I will escort you to them and say, ladies, can you show him where the viewing room is over by the glass area over here?
They kind of give you a few grins, but they're like, yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
And so a gaggle of hair and makeup artists lead you down to the viewing room. There's a few other people in there. It's kind of a friends of the show audience area.
Great.
And there are also refreshments, which should you want to partake. Okay. and I don't mean the people. I didn't say that out loud. That was a out of character situation.
We're good. We're good.
Forget you heard that.
All right, thank you. I'll walk over with them.
Okay. So they lead you over, and you sit, and you get to watch Mel do what she does best.
Which is argue.
And argue on the news.
And yell at people.
All right, and so with the show finished, what are you guys doing next?
I have my car, if we can hop into that, or we can just take whatever transit you want.
I actually took Marta here this evening, so yeah, I would love to ride with you. And I will pack up my bag, which is my briefcase. I will put all 3 phones. So I have one that's personal phone. I have one that is specifically for the news, and then I have obviously the blue one. And they will all go into my briefcase.
Great.
Okay. And so you guys head down to Aaron's car.
Mm-hmm. And I will take like 2-3 minutes, and I'll try to clean up the car a little bit.
Get some junk out of the seats.
That friend.
Yes. And
Throw the trash from the passenger seat to the back seat.
Right.
I kind of live out of my car.
Do you mind texting Thomasina that we're headed over?
It might come from you better than it would from me, but I will, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I get out my blue phone, and I text her simply a frowny face emoji, and then a single hand emoji, and then the smiley face with a little sweat emoji on the blue phone.
Okay.
And I send it.
And I'm gonna wonder if she leaned on her keyboard. I'm just gonna send back you all right?
And I'll respond, what do you say to a reunion? ? Smiley face with the sweat mark.
I'll say, feels like 154 years. I'll send.
And I'll tell Aaron that it looks like we're okay. And I will be visibly less lightened because I was dreading that particular text, although I am still somewhat stressed. I have to see Anton.
Of course.
So.
I'll start driving towards the King and Queen building. I don't know the exact address, but I know how to get there.
Okay. And so you do manage to, after missing a couple one-way streets and having to route back
it's
around.
That way. No. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay.
There's so
Mel
many.
backseat driving
It's
you
okay.
the whole way.
All right, it's okay.
It's all
fine.
Peachtree.
Just that's road, that's lane. Just it's this way. Go that way.
Peachtree. Okay.
Don't listen to the GPS. Just go this way.
And so you guys do get there.
Would you let her know that we're out? I don't imagine she wants me in there.
I will. Yeah. So, do you just want to wait here?
Sure.
Okay. I will ascend to her doorstep.
Okay.
And I will straighten myself before the which I assume she has a. Do you have a view hole in your door?
Well, the funny thing is, I don't actually live there, but for purposes of you guys already being there, we're gonna go right through. So, sure.
Where did we go
It's
to?
it's the penthouses in that general neighborhood.
Yeah.
The King
Okay.
building.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this
Oh.
time. I'm actually over in Johns Creek, but that's fine.
No, but
Okay.
Yeah,
Ring the doorbell. It'll be fun.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No.
I could be hanging out with people.
That's true.
Okay. So we are at a penthouse where she would be.
Yes.
Where you would be for some
Yes.
reason, perhaps meeting of
It's
some sort.
it's
We'll go,
a
yeah.
general Ventrue place, so it's a safe bet that she's there.
Okay.
That's true.
And knowing that it's a Ventrue place, and knowing that I have particular connections with Tabitha,
Mm-hmm.
I will straighten myself up. And I'm very glad that I did not change out of my suit when I left the station. Straighten my hair, make sure my lips are all good, and I will buzz the nest, which I'm assuming they have because they're
Oh, yeah.
Ventrue and they have a lot of money. So I will buzz the nest and stand as upright and proud as I possibly can.
And a voice that you recognize comes through. It is Tabitha's whip, her second hand. And he says, "Yes, Mel,
Yes.
what do you need?"
I am here to see Thomasina if she's available.
"You're in luck. She happens to be here. Please come on up."
Thank you. I guess I will open the door as it was buzzed open for me.
Yes, and so you open the door and you see a very gilded staircase that leads up to a set of meeting rooms, one with the whip standing outside waiting for you.
Okay. It's very good to see you.
It is good to see you too.
How have things been?
Busy, as always.
As always.
Please, Miss Elena Cuesta is through here.
Okay.
And he leads you into a quite posh meeting room where they are cleaning up from running through minutes, general business propriety, and there sits Thomasina.
And I'm kind of shuffling through a large binder of letters of recommendation and a host of other organizing that I need to do for a lot of students who are looking towards graduating. So they've kind of been looking at that as well, I'm aware of. So there's some that I've picked to kind of keep more hidden than others, just in case there's too much interest. But I'm just going to shuffle all of that together and very neatly pack that into my leather satchel and just say, "It does feel like 154 years, but your hair feels not 2 days old, my gracious. You're still getting that done, huh?"
Well, being as public as I am and as active in the community as I am, it's necessary to keep up appearances.
I've never felt more grateful that I went ahead and cut mine off before. I mean, who knew? But still.
So I would like to set the scene a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah, go right ahead.
She is sitting at one end of a very long table.
Yes.
And I am standing at the other end of it. There is a lot of distance. Mostly because I am feeling a little unsure of myself to close that distance. But I will place my hand on the table and kind of walk along it. And Thomasina, do you mind if we speak for a moment about last week? As I approach, I'm about 2 chairs away from her and I stop.
I'm going to look around and there's still other Ventrue that are...
Yeah, they're not really paying attention to you. They're kind of finishing up their own stuff, going over some final numbers with each other. It's kind of break room atmosphere.
There's... I'm sure you had plenty still to say. How about you and I go downstairs to the cafe? And I'm going to go ahead and pack my stuff up and I'm going to take her with me and I'm going to wave over to the whip and just say... "Darling, thank you so very much.
Absolutely, madam.
I'm going to take my friend downstairs to the cafe. Do you need anyone?"
I'll be fine, thank you.
"You're a peach. Let's go." And I'm going to take her to the elevator, and then we're going to head back down. And there's a cafe on, like, the second level or so that's more of a restaurant.
Yeah,
but
a quite nice restaurant.
It is, but it's desperately clean and It's more populated with people who want to look important, not necessarily vampires that want to look important. And so I just point over to kind of a corner booth, and I wave Mel over, and I just gesture for her to go ahead and have a seat.
And I will sit down somewhat stiffly as we rode the elevator down 30 some odd flights, or I'm not even sure how many, in silence.
It's a forceful descent, it's true.
Okay, yes.
Mel, I'm not really sure what else there is to talk about. We know exactly what that relationship was now. We know exactly what our relationships with our primogen are now. And I know exactly what my relationship with you is more than I ever did. So go ahead.
I'm not here to admonish you, and I'm certainly not here to claim that I'm any better than you are or superior to you in any way, because Lord knows that's not the case. But I first want to apologize for how harsh I may have been last week. That's primary order number 1. And I will sit in silence for a moment, waiting for a response.
If our places were different, I can't be sure I wouldn't have done the same thing. Nor am I entirely sure that you appreciate how often you're really needed here. And in your absence, there's always going to be things that happen. In my absence, you are going to need to make different choices. I imagine that's the same for any of us, but I have absolutely nothing else to say for my behavior around Catherine or Tilly. Tilly is only so aware of what she does most of the time. I have no idea what it's like to be her, nor do I have any idea what it's like to sire a child like that. But I cannot diminish her pain, nor can I diminish your reaction to it. But I do wish that from now on that you would have a little more compassion to those of us who make different choices sometimes.
I'm not great with adhering to anybody's choice but my own. I'm sure you know this by now. And I have a very hard time knowing that somebody who perhaps did not deserve to die did. And I don't have a lot of control over that reaction, but what I do have, I will continue to wield to the best of my ability. But that brings me to the thing that I really did not want to have to talk with you about.
Go on.
You know that you can't talk to Primogen like that, right?
I know that I haven't gotten this far by treating the person above me as though they have to stay that way.
Oh, well, at least we have one thing in common. Never bow to the man, Thomasina.
Never bow to the man. Questions, by the way. As far as you're aware of what did happen that night, what was your reaction more specifically to the Banu Haqim?
Well, you and I have witnessed our fair share in our many years young that we are. I'm going to look around to make sure that we are as private as we can possibly be.
Yeah, no one's really paying attention to you. There's just a few people on their break. It's kind of skeleton crew this late at night.
And this is when I'm going to lean into her a lot more intensely.
Feel free, by the way. This is a place for at least the middling to more important people to not be heard.
And I'm going to look to my right, and I'm going to see a prominent politician sitting with somebody who I do not believe is his wife.
Yep.
And then I will say, understood. That is a position you cannot be put in, and I cannot let you be put in again. And what that means, I don't know. But from your accounts, from Aaron's accounts, and from what I heard Anton say on the night, it appears that he was the aggressor. Is that so?
Oh. I don't know what... There's a bigger word for someone who blows a new hole in a wall. There's also a word for someone who goes out to his truck away from a team to do it. That's my greater concern, is that this was someone who... That's not part of our team.
No, it's not. All I can say for now is I will be happy if he is not a part of whatever shenanigans we find ourselves in next. And should he need to, I will make some phone calls.
Speaking of phone calls, have you spoken to Anton?
No, have you? Neither is Aaron, who is out in his vehicle right now. Maybe we should, yeah, I'm sorry,
You left the dog in the car.
Oh, Thomasina, really?
It's alright, it's Georgia and it's winter.
Oh, God bless you.
Did you leave the heat on?
Yeah, so we should all try to get together tonight, now that you and I have mended fences. I think it's time that we see if we can loop Anton into this.
I think we ought to. I can almost guarantee he's still at the Athenaeum. I'd be very surprised if he's shown his face at class all week.
Would you like to text him, or shall I?
I can't guarantee that I'll get a response.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna take my phone out.
Maybe if we do it at the same time.
Oh, I like it.
Panic
Okay.
response, let's do it.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna just text, what emojis am I gonna do this time? I'm gonna do the cringy face emoji, and then I'm gonna do the sad face, but not with the eyes closed, with the little sweat droplet, and then I'm gonna do the shruggy emoji at him.
I'm gonna do the schoolgirl emoji, kind of like stinky face emoji, dog emoji, ride emoji.
And I'm gonna look over your shoulder and be like, "Oh, you really are. You're just going right for it."
I am, and then I send that to him.
Okay. Anton, you received 2 text messages at the same time.
I haven't looked at my phone.
In a group chat ladled with emojis.
Yeah, I haven't looked at my phone.
Okay.
So after about 10 minutes of giggling like schoolgirls as we go through the various different emojis in our phones and see our own memojis that we've built on our personal phones and match them up, and I can't leave Aaron in the car anymore. We should go relieve him. So
We should.
Are you free to leave now, or?
Yeah, Philip's still back at my place as it is, so I'll go ahead and go with you guys. Is there room? I haven't been in the thing he drives.
We'll make room.
Oh, okay.
Which means she'd be sitting in the back with all the garbage.
Why is there Taco Bell in here?
Just put it in the trunk.
Why would you?
All right,
Oh
so
my
you guys
God.
head downstairs, and Aaron, you do see the 2 of them exit the building, seemingly much happier than you would expect.
Okay. I look around. I look in the back of the car. And I try to shovel all the garbage under the seats.
Okay.
That's the best I can do. And then I just compose myself. I get to drive this time. All right. I have the power. At some point while Mel was gone, I would have tried to just call Anton.
No response.
Okay. And that was it. That's my time in the car.
What else are you doing? Are you just staring out the window and
I don't have any
watching the rain droplets go down?
I don't have any games on my phone.
He's learning TikTok.
Are you barking at strangers?
All right, so you guys do get to the car.
Okay.
And Thomasina,
I sit
dirty.
on a broken mouse.
And I do not let her sit in the front. I'm still sitting shotgun. She is in the back.
Is it one of those like where I have to like shove? We have to like put the front seat down.
So is it a sedan or is it a coupe?
It's a coupe. So I have to open the door, lean it back, and hopefully there's plenty of there's not enough space.
There's not enough space. I snag my foot like on like the back of the chair trying to get in and like fall like face first.
you have to kind of sit sidewards because it's a short back seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like just sitting in the front seat like, oh,
This
is
back seat
great.
defies
This is-
cat's grace. I can't do shit about this situation. So I just kind of lump myself in and twirl around in the garbage. And I extend myself like along the back of the seat, trying to look as though this is perfectly comfortable.
Thomasina, should I pull up for you a little
Oh,
bit?
no, I'm good.
I
This is
have
fine.
so much legroom since I'm much shorter than the rest of you. I
Oh
could
no,
just, you
this
know.
is
No? Okay.
this is great.
Great.
And then I pull up and there's like a pack, like a little packet of sriracha.
Mhm.
And it's
Have
just
you
like,
have you not cleaned it out in 20 some odd years, Aaron?
No comment. It gets dirty very fast, and I drive around the other licks, the other Gangrel. It gets dirty real
do
quick.
you drive around the rest of the precinct too? Because it smells like you do.
You know, adoption day was not too long ago.
Oh.
I start headed down to the Athenium.
Okay, make me a dexterity and drive check.
Oh, shit.
We're at 1 hunger. Okay.
Yep.
3 and no drive.
Also, it's particularly rainy, so are we going to add anything to that?
1 success.
Okay. You do almost get run off a couple times. You hydroplane a little bit.
Aaron, Jesus Christ.
It's been raining a lot.
You
just
don't accelerate in a puddle. You just okay.
because then you're just gonna slip off. You just go. Just all right. Just rate me an Uber. You'll be fine.
All right, you guys very shaken, but make it to the Athenium.
We made it. We're here.
Yay. Oh, God. Ground.
I feel like I need to. If my mother were here, I'd call her and tell her I love her. All right.
Just let me know. If Philip ever gets tired, I can tag team. Or not.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Did he respond back to either of you?
No.
He hasn't responded to me either.
I'm assuming the door hasn't been scrubbed though. If not, we'll find out real quick.
Well, we can't get in unless he lets us in.
It
I'm
might
not
hurt
so much
too.
afraid of whether or not he'll let us in. I'm afraid of what we're gonna find down there.
Does anyone have Hex's number?
I don't.
Do
No.
I? No. No.
She told you that you could get her number from Anton, but you haven't spoken to Anton since.
Ah, yes.
What was that game you played with her? Could you just log in and like find her on the game? I don't know how it works.
I don't think I can do that on a cell phone.
What's the point of the
I
game?
don't. Yeah, no.
Okay, fine.
Can I make this easier as a reminder for something that already happened in a previous game?
Yeah, go on.
I gave Aaron a key card to the front door.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but we're trying to approach in a more.
I don't want to be Avada Kedavra as soon as I step through the door.
And we also want to
Yeah.
be. We want to be polite. We don't want to intrude on his space. If he still needs private time, then I guess we need to give it to him.
I also don't know if we're gonna find a Crowley-esque naked magic time when we get down there. So, what are y'all okay with seeing?
Really?
I'll go first. I can
don't
take the
know,
most
they were-
damage. I'll be fine.
All right.
I'll walk up, tap the key card, and proceed to walk through as I usually do.
Okay. The top floor is empty.
Coast looks clear. Let's try the basement.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of. It's not that I have heightened senses, but does it kind of have that smell of any kind, as though like the doors haven't been opened in a while, like it's still kind of musty?
It is a little musty.
Was it always musty?
Kind of.
Okay,
It's Atlanta, and it's been raining a lot.
it's true.
Yeah, it's that wet wood smell.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I will push my hand to the Athenium's main secondary entrance and proceed to go down the stairs.
Okay. And so as Aaron comes downstairs, Anton, what does he find?
A Crowley-esque scene in the basement. Yeah, I have sigils written in blood on the floor. I am covered in blood. I am not wearing clothes, and I am chanting.
All right, stop. Everyone,
Everyone,
just don't move.
And we're gonna do a very Scooby-Doo thing where we're both like over his shoulder trying to look. Oh.
Krov moik frakov, chojna is okay.
Shit.
Buddy.
Krov moik frakov, chojna is
Is his
okay.
bedroom anywhere like?
Krov moik frakov.
Does he have a bedroom?
Chojna is okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a door
Krov
across
Mokrakov,
to the other side of the room.
chojna
Okay.
is okay.
Am I able to kind of sneak around and
Krov
get to
moik
that?
frakov, chojna is okay.
You could.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get that way and
Krov
try and
moik
get
frakov,
to see if there's a
chojna is
bathrobe
okay.
anywhere in here.
Okay.
Krov moik
Um,
frakov, chojna
you don't see a
is okay.
bathrobe particularly, but you do see some kind of
Frakov, chojna is
silk overlayers, kind of like the cheap kimonos that
sweet.
you buy
Krov
from
moik frakov,
novelty shops.
Yeah.
chojna is okay.
And I'm gonna just go ahead and
Krov moik
get
frakov,
that.
Let me take care of it.
chojna is
I'm gonna
okay.
whisper into the ether as he's doing his thing.
Krov moik frakov, chojna is okay. Krov moik frakov,
No
gonna-
response.
I'm gonna
chojna is
flick
okay.
on Silence of Death,
Uh-huh.
avoiding the blood sigils, not trying to drag anything.
Chojna is okay.
And I'm gonna be hiding behind a corner of a.
Krov moik frakov,
Try to drape
Chojna is
Anton
okay.
with the cloak.
Okay, so Anton, a kimono is draped over your
I'm
shoulders.
swinging an elbow.
All right.
Oh.
Aaron, are you dodging or taking it?
No, I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's because I don't know who the fuck just
That's gonna
walked
be
up on me.
strength and brawl.
Yep. 3 successes.
Oh no.
So he clocks you pretty good in the face. We'll call that one superficial damage.
Jesus Christ. You didn't think to say hello?
We tried texting.
We did.
All of us. We're here. By the way,
Oh,
it's
hey there.
hi.
Hi.
How are we doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working on trying to expand my repertoire, as it were.
And I'm kind of doing this to him. Whose is that to his body and face? Whose is that?
It's one of the bags that I took from Aaron.
Oh, okay.
No,
Great.
it's not sacrifice. I need many components to many rituals.
Because, for being honest, it looks a little freaky right now.
Well, it's you have a rare look into some of these stranger Tremere rituals.
The smell is
Don't
quite
be so
strong.
don't be so judgmental, Aaron.
I need some things.
not.
Some things require one-on-one practice. Some things I need to take book and learn.
Could you just just write maybe?
I mean, if it bothers you, yeah, I suppose so.
I mean,
Have you been eating?
Yeah, I finished the bags that Aaron left me
How long ago?
a day ago.
All right. All right.
Hex brought me some stuff.
Good. Good. And you, I only sent you a text tonight, but from what I'm gathering from these two, they've been trying to contact you for a bit.
well,
I responded to Aaron.
I hadn't tried to reach out to him this week.
Oh, well, that makes two of us. All right.
I noticed you have not asked me to put on clothes yet.
Oh god.
I put on clothes, and I'll go to the little side room with the little cot bed. just grab some clothes, throw them on. Specifically, come back out, putting my shirt on just for Thomasina's sake.
Oh, did you wipe off the blood, or
Nope.
are you okay?
He's just sticky.
Got a little.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah, it's fine.
It does smell though.
Oh,
Is it bothering you too?
It's your house, but if
I go wash.
Thank you.
I'll go to the little half bath.
I'm gonna actually kind of
Just sink wash.
jog and ask him. Anton, can
Huh?
I talk to you while you do that?
I'll have my head in the sink, but
Privately? Okay. And you guys will be outside of earshot?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, they will be outside of your shot.
Okay. Hey, while you do that, I kind of heard what your primogen was saying to you in the kitchen, and I want you to know that we don't think of you that way. We think that you are a very valuable friend to have, and I think you're a very valuable friend to have, and I am sorry for yelling at you.
There are many elements of this that I forgot not having to be out in field, as it were. I let a lot of that slip away. I let a lot of that regress, and I closed myself off to concepts I should not have. You were right to yell at me, though I did not know it yet.
Well, if it is any consolation whatsoever, I too have my human elements that perhaps have slipped away, and others that have taken their place to an extent that I don't have control over them. And I will do my best in the future not to bring that to our team.
It's like Dot says, we are all scary monsters.
Yes, some more than others, as I gesture to the sink full of blood.
This is not the worst it's been. I was
I'm sure
rinsed
not.
the sink.
And I will let him finish as I continue back to the...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wash off. Head on back out.
I'm just kind of examining the ring of fluids that's downstairs, and does it look like he's been at this for a while?
Just today.
No.
Just
Yeah.
today? Okay.
This is all very fresh.
Okay.
I will call back to him. Did you achieve any heightened awareness or anything with this?
It's multi-step process.
Oh. Excellent.
Yeah. Is this intervention or
No, we just needed some time to make sure we're all good.
Yeah.
Last week was a little tough, and I was a bit of a beast, more than I normally am. And, we're just enjoying each other's company without having a current mission. Isn't it nice? As I gesture widely to the blood.
It's fair. Yeah.
Some enchanted evening.
Huh.
Have you been to class?
I took week off.
All right.
We have substitutes.
Yeah, I'm just...
No,
This is normal for you, right?
I mean,
Ish.
what the class or the?
This.
No, yeah, this is normal.
Okay.
No,
I have no further
no,
questions.
it's fine. Yeah, it like you said, me time. Very good. I took week off class. Spent time reflecting on new perspective.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Attempt to broaden my horizons as you see. I do a couple of little gigs that people reach out to me that I can do from here, or get some of my others from my clan to come to me, as it were. Works out.
Anton, you're very connected to the academic circles.
It's my job.
Do you recognize this name? And I'll pull out the blood bag that was the doctor.
Okay. Dr. Amanda Gilbert. She works at Emory.
Hmm.
You have not worked directly with her, but you do know her name. She's very well liked.
Do I know a department?
No, you don't.
No. She's a colleague. Well, not my department, but colleague.
Okay. This was in the stash that we hustled out last week.
Oh, interesting.
I'm sorry. Hustled?
Yeah.
Remember the laser pointer and the...
No.
You were downstairs with Hex while we were taking a powder.
While you were doing what exactly?
refilling his stash?
Mel, we just got on the good page with each other. I'd hate to...
Nope.
Nope. We're getting stuff out there.
Aaron's going to
good.
be paying cold, hard cash from now on.
Mm-hmm.
But if it makes you feel better, whole thing is black market anyway, so, you know.
Sure, but, do you know the person from whom you were hustling this blood well enough to know that, maybe you didn't put yourself or maybe one of them at risk?
No, I've bumped into them thrice now, but it's we don't keep. I don't know the guy's name. I know what they look like. That's it.
Does he know your name?
No.
No, then
That's
sounds like normal
that's
drug
the
deal to me.
distance. Yeah.
He knows he's buying.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like even more anonymous than normal drug deal to me.
Sure, and what's the future hold for you in this person?
Well, I don't like feeding from people, so this is the next best thing, and at the current channels of acquirement, this is the least harmful way to go about it.
Sure, I have no problem with you buying off the black market, but this person, will you be buying from him again?
I might advise not, as we convinced him that things were not going to be working in his favor for this exchange.
We did end on a bad patch, bad blood. I kind of told him that he could work more in the future, but I mean, I can always block the number, I guess.
I would advise against trying to find someone else at this point. Trying to find multiple sellers for something like this, that's too much of a target.
It's just, right now I've got one imprint.
You do. And beyond that, that's someone who, if it were me, I would be developing a closer relationship with that person. We need to know more about who that is.
Yeah, when you go next time, I'd like to be, somewhere.
You can hold a laser pointer next time.
You got a new one.
Poses a potential buyer.
That I could possibly buy with you.
Yeah, I did tell him we would be expanding his network.
Sure.
We'll see how that goes, though. For right now, I'm set. I've got I've got 7 full bags of blood. Those last for a while. Though I tend to get hungrier with you guys around because we get up to stuff.
Hopefully we follow Primogen advice and do not go as a hardcore in the future. But also if this guy becomes too much, Aaron, I mean, you had regular guy before this. We could maybe find you one of our kind that deals. I know there's a few in the city. I have a guy in Vancouver who owes me at this point for one of my jobs. I can figure something out if you want some fine northern blood for your stash. We can make something work.
I mean, technically, I am breaking at least one rule. It would be nice not to break the rules.
We can probably find you somebody. I imagine between the three of us, we must know somebody who sells blood.
Sure.
Yes. We can definitely get you blood. That's not from a person immediately.
We are a team, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going to rummage through my desk. Speaking of team, I had time this week. I make thing.
You do design work.
I have Photoshop.
Are we getting T-shirts?
No, I mean, that probably breaks the Masquerade, but,
Oh,
you know,
it
we
certainly does.
we are coterie. Other coteries have their emblems that everybody knows. It's the symbol of Atlanta. It has a shepherd hook.
You know,
We're shepherds.
that would make a good signet ring.
That probably is also breaking Masquerade. I don't know, but maybe not.
I like it.
Do
I like it too.
Thought we could be all superhero team with our super secret signal and whatnot.
You did have time this week.
I had time this week.
Oh,
Hex kept me company.
Where is Hex?
yeah.
Fuck if I know.
So if we were a superhero team, who would that make you?
Your Primogen seems to think I am Scarlet Witch.
Certainly.
I got more of a Doctor Strange vibe.
Me too. I do not think I wear the swimsuit thing of Scarlet Witch so nice. I leave it to you all to judge at this point, but not so much.
The red blood was very similar
It
to
was.
that
It
she would
was.
wear, so I
It stuck
would
in
say
your
you
hair.
could pull it off.
Can we
Certainly.
put different thoughts in my head? I want different thoughts in my head.
Speaking of going back to reevaluating what we were doing, I thought that looking at a lot of my students, a lot of their families and their hopes for the future, and I thought that might reevaluate things, and honestly, it didn't. Some of these kids, they're going to do their own thing, and they're going to face their own consequences. So for whatever we need to do next, I still feel okay about what happened.
I will be honest. As I said before, I was not innocent in matter. I had plans once I learned that she was Sabat. Ultimately, I think that not knowing what we knew, we took the actions that were necessary with the hand we were dealt between what she did to us and what Cyrus escalated to.
All of your phones buzz at the same time.
My God, it's like they're listening.
You
wasn't
said his name.
Did none of you reach out to him? He gave us his number.
For what?
Under what circumstances would I have
My neck is
to
perfectly
contact
warm.
him?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be working with us, yeah?
No,
That's,
he is not.
that's what the Primogens say.
Are you
For
guys
now.
going to check your phone?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So in checking your phones, you see a text message from a blocked number, and it reads, "Group text, council meeting, that means you, shepherds. Shit's bad. Wee woo, meet at my place ASAP. Toodles, XOXO, Prince Talbot."
Oh.
Along with a map that leads to the apartments adjoined to the Hilton downtown.
What did I miss in this week?
And that's where we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through those brief technical difficulties. So now, you all arrive at the apartments, park in the parking deck, and make your way up to the penthouse that's listed in your directions. The building is quiet, and you can only see a few people milling about the lobby, making their way to the tiki bar in the hotel. The security guard recognizes you all and greets you warmly. He's a portly fellow with a balding head, and you all have at least known of as a human to be quite faithful to the Camarilla. But who he truly belongs to is pretty much a well-guarded secret. Hello there. I have you down for an appointment. Just take that elevator there to the top floor and it'll be the first door you see.
Thank you, friend. Much obliged.
Absolutely. So you guys make your way to the elevator. And you go up and you come out to see a pair of double doors with golden handles. And as you enter, you go in to see a penthouse that, while small in its layout, is still probably about 1,500 square feet, but with tall ceilings. And it's decorated so modern that it could easily be the set of a sci-fi film. Everything is sterile and white with spots of neon color in the scant throw pillow or dish towel in the kitchen area, and a large vase of a variety of succulents. Sitting in individual chairs in the living room are the Primogen, Dot, Falcon, Proctor, Denise, and Tabitha, looking all quite concerned and forlorn. And then in walks Talbot Roark, in all his princely glory, dressed sharply, but with his thick long hair tied back. He wipes a small drop of blood from his lips and looks to you all.
So glad the little shepherds could join us tonight. You know, y'all realize this is your fault, right? Good. So, it's about time we loop you in. We got a couple of notes here. We got everybody together. And you know, honestly, I expected a little bit more from the ones you decided were trustworthy to handle all the lost childer in the city. I mean, look at this thing over here. You really think that was appropriate?
You see Denise kind of bristle at it, and Falcon goes, "Can we please just stop insulting the shepherds and just tell them what happened? Please, sir?"
Sure thing, dear. So, as you can see, we are 2 Primogen short tonight. There was Tilly. She's still not feeling great, we'll say. And the matter at hand, Olivia. I'm sure you're aware, and I got a letter earlier that I think I'd like to share with everybody here. The rest of them have already heard it, but I'm going to let you guys as well. Pardon, the handwriting is shit. Give me a second.
And as he picks it up, you guys see that with the note is a purple embossed card that you will all recognize. It's the original invitation to Olivia's house that you all received.
Olivia Grace is an abomination. She takes Sabbat and integrates them into our society. Such filthy vermin have no place in Camarilla. Thanks to your shepherds, we found her quite easily. You may have her back, but for a price, of course. I wonder how much her betrayal of the Camarilla is worth to you. Name a price and let's see. This has got to be the worst goddamn handwriting I've ever seen. So, I don't exactly trust anybody in this city to go and get her back, which puts me in a hard place. I'm sure shit not paying some radical to go and get her either. Which leaves me with these fellas. The only people that I trust, the strongest ones in the city. It's up to you guys to go get them. Fair enough?
And Falcon kind of groans and says, "For future reference, please always destroy anything with addresses on it." And look, Prince Talbot.
Dear.
I told you already that I'm staying. The shepherds or the coterie I built, it's my responsibility, as you said, and I need to be here just in case.
You're always so stubborn, sweetie. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, but the rest of you, what?
Apologies, my prince.
Good start.
I just wanted to, I'm not How do we know who specifically went to Olivia to take her?
Not really your business. You're babysitting while we fix the stuff you fucked up.
Fair. I feel like we would be more than happy to take the burden on ourselves, given that this, as you say, is our fault. I would appreciate the opportunity to make it up.
What he means is that we would like to do this as expeditiously as possible. Your time, clearly, is that valuable.
That's why you're not doing it.
I also mean I would like to take responsibility if this was our fault.
You will. You will. Meanwhile, the rest of you are going to solve the problem that they made quickly, expeditiously, and here's the important part. You're going to find whoever was responsible. You're going to bring them back to me, whole, in one piece, so I can fix that one piece thing in front of everybody. I need, okay? Let's get this straight here. I need everyone to understand what happens when they start shit in my territory. So I want every single one of you to make eye contact with me and say, I understand, sir. All right? Am I fucking crystal clear?
They all kind of stiffen up and say, I understand.
Thank you.
And Dot, who's been quiet the whole time, kind of looks to Falcon and goes, and Prince, if I may ask, what exactly is going to happen to our clans while they're gone? Tabitha, I know she's of your clan, so maybe you feel some level of comfort, but I don't entirely feel like we should put all the burden of these clans on just one prince. So what's the plan?
Remember what I said earlier about babysitting? And you taking responsibility? That's what these shepherds are for. Since Falcon over there is so proud of what she's done, they can at least prove themselves on some level, right? Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. All right. Pardon.
For clarification...
What?
Sorry, I would like to make sure I do this proper.
Yeah.
It is your decree that the four of us are to oversee the more than four of us clans in our Primogen's absence?
Yeah, sure. Was I unclear?
No, sir, you were quite crystal clear, as you say. What he means is that any problems that come up, it will be your job to clean them up while we're gone.
I see.
But the prince has absolutely expressed to us that due to our capabilities, this should not be a time-consuming mission, and hopefully you will not actually have to do anything in our stead.
We will, we'll do everything as best as we can, Dot.
Thank you.
I mean, if a Primogen can't get back one little lost girl in a heartbeat, should they even be one?
A girl?
What?
Sorry, a lost girl?
What?
He means Olivia.
Okay,
Are you okay?
It's a bit of a language barrier, my prince.
I'm from St. Petersburg.
Where's that?
Russia?
Really?
I
Weird.
I thought the accent might give it away.
No.
Falcon kind of is like wringing her hands into a fist and says, We'll get her back as fast as possible. Shepherds, can I speak to you guys out on the balcony, please?
Absolutely.
No, yes, if we are excused, I suppose. Yes?
I mean, I guess. Is there something in particular you want to say that I'm not supposed to hear? My love, my dear, my sweet little Falcon.
Your Excellency, I just wish to prepare them for any tasks that they might need to carry out in our stead and express the gravity of this situation to them. I know you have a lot to discuss with the Primogen, and I don't want to waste your very valuable time, sir.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so Falcon leads you all out onto the patio with its gorgeous view of Atlanta. There's something kind of pretty in the cacophony of city sounds paired with the glow and glitter of lights, but below you hear tires screeching and one car slamming into another. And Falcon goes, yep, that's about how I feel right now.
Are we safe to speak out here freely?
And she kind of just widens her eyes at you to indicate a no.
Okay.
She says, I don't like this situation, and I don't think any of you do either. I don't like the city being without Primogen. So I'm gonna work with all of you better than I have been to help you keep an eye on things, because if someone could take Olivia, of all people, that is someone that is exceedingly powerful and someone that I know to be afraid of. And the prince is doing everything he can to bring her back safely.
It makes sense. You are the one that put us together. It would make sense that you would stay to oversee us in this mission. Aren't Nick Fury?
Yeah. I'll be the best Nick Fury I can be.
I look back towards the prince. What do I see?
He's talking to the Primogen, gesticulating pretty wildly.
And I will have moved in as close to you as I can get, in a protective stance, not putting on Daunt, but just that side of it. And I'm much shorter than everybody, so it really doesn't seem like much, but it's the best I can do to portray protection.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Let's gesture back of my head towards where we came from. I haven't had the direct pleasure since he took power.
I'm not surprised.
Are the rumors true? This seems a bit strange.
The rumors that he is an Iron Fist? Yeah, I would think so. He's very dedicated to bringing Olivia back. Very dedicated.
It's a lovely party line.
You know, what do we say, actually? Just because I have a feeling if we're out here longer, then I become the one wasting time, which was what out here was supposed to avoid. So what do you say we have a meeting at our usual spot, Mel? You can bring the rest of the coterie along, and then I can let you know if there's anything pertinent I need you to keep your eyes on.
Do we need to vouch for you to the prince that you are one of the shepherds as you put us together?
Oh no, he knows.
All
He
right.
knows.
Then let's get you back inside before this gets longer.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so you guys kind of rush back in, and once you go back, you see the prince is at the door with a delivery man holding up a package to him. He says, Sir, this was delivered to the front desk. It's leaking. The guard said I was to bring it up to you immediately.
Open it.
You want me to open it, sir? Do I need
Yeah,
to step
open.
inside?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. And so he comes inside, and he takes a small knife from his pocket and opens it. And Talbot, you see a large piece of white Victorian fabric soaked in blood, along with a plastic bag containing a photo of Olivia, seemingly in torpor, with her dress torn and body bloodied, and inside the bag is a note.
So it's just a bloody, no body parts or anything, just blood on a cloth?
It is completely soaked to the point where the blood is dripping out of the box.
Horrific. Okay. He starts shaking, reaches in and pulls it out. I think it's about time we started. He throws it in Dot's lap and goes, "Go! Everybody move! I want to find this person. I want to see this, whoever's responsible, strapped to a cross, and I want to feed them their own teeth. Can we please get started?"
And so Dot looks down in her lap and sees the plastic bag, and she opens it, and she pulls out a note. And if Dot could grow paler, she would have. And she just kind of covers her mouth and passes it over to Proctor, and Proctor looks at it, just kind of. 7 little primogen cutting up their tricks. 1 broke her neck, and then there were 6.
Talbot throws a chair.
Okay. And the primogen barely flinch. Dot just stares you straight in the eye when it happens. We'll get her back. I promise you that. Come on. And the primogen get up and all start to leave.
I'd like to go to help Dot up.
She refuses.
Okay. Then, as she refuses, I will let my hand slip to touch the bloody thing that he just threw at her. To
Okay.
put blood on my fingers.
Okay. And so the primogen leave, and you guys are left with the prince.
Shall we simply keep our ears open for any problems that happen, or something more specific?
Just make it work. Just make it work. You know, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. I just kind of lost it there. Is everybody okay? Are you okay, Russian man?
I only wish I knew more about who we brought in that caused this.
Me too. Someone pick up that chair, please. Skinny one?
I'll move to pick up the chair. I'm gonna touch some of the blood too. Mm-hmm. Just take a whiff of it. Is it human blood?
No.
Okay.
Is Talbot still looking at me as you look in the direction of the chair?
He's zoned out.
Zoned out?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just touch the blood to my lips really quick and just taste the blood to see what I can find out about it.
I'm going to head over towards a chair while he's doing that to attempt to sit.
Okay. You are able to sit down.
I am just standing in a nearby corner, silently.
Falcon left with the other primogen just to get back to her haven.
So many dice. Okay. A 4 successes critical.
So shorthand version, this is Olivia's blood.
Okay, I can tell it's Toreador, Kindred. Sarah, okay.
And it is very old.
Is there some kind of message you would like us to help instill while we're helping?
The hell do you mean?
What should we be telling, my prince, the rest of our kindred, about the absence of their primogen?
Let's make something up.
Very good.
Ideas.
I'm good with it.
Mel is excellent at telling stories.
Perfect. Liar? Perfect.
You all right, my prince?
Absolutely. At this point, I'm just waiting on things to get solved.
Then should we make our leave?
Yeah,
my
you
prince?
probably should be moving, actually, if you want to solve problems, instead of standing around. Thanks for the chair.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, and if there is anything more that we can do to help,
You could shut up.
If anyone asks, you gave us the business. Let's head out.
sit down there.
What?
He's a Russian. Means have a wonderful day.
Sure.
I will give a half bow and I will make for the door.
I'll also give a half bow and I'll just, to Anton really quietly, I thought my mouth was big. All right.
I leave.
I am the last to exit. I bow my head, and I close the door quietly.
Okay. Talbot, what do you do when they leave?
Take a nice big deep breath and just laugh it out. Just Little giggles. Because that was funny. Dot's face, Falcon's immense discomfort, the weird quiet one in the corner. Oh, right, I'm mad. I'm gonna go out on the town.
Okay. And so, coterie, as you guys head back downstairs, the security guard's there. He goes, well, thank you for visiting. Come back anytime, you know, when you're invited.
Absolutely, thank you.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, I've got no name, sir. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You give your ma the best for me.
Oh, I will thank you. She's a real spitfire, but she's having a rough time lately. You know, the gout just really ain't what it used to be, and she's got some back problems too, but she's going to the doctor, and I think they're really gonna help her out. So thank you.
Excellent night.
You too. Good night. And so, are you guys heading back into the parking garage?
Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We did not take Aaron's vehicle here, did we? No, we
No.
did. We did.
I don't know.
Did Philip drive?
We could have Uber blacked or something.
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was all a blur.
We definitely did not ride in Aaron's car.
He
though.
was
that
naked
much.
when we were here. That's all I've got.
That's how my nights usually go.
Yeah, usually, but
Once we're in the car... Let's just not talk till we get back. That's
yeah.
safer.
And I look at him from the passenger seat because I did still, even being the shortest person, take shotgun again. I look at him and go and point to our phones.
Yeah.
You guys
And
do collectively get a text that says, turns out I'm free for the rest of the night. Please meet me at the alley. And it is from Falcon.
On my normal phone, I pull up a notepad and I type. I don't like save or anything. I just type. I just hold up to them and see it, and I just go. I could always set it on fire.
and then I type in the notes the fire emojis and turn it to him. And then
And delete the note.
So are Anton and I both in your backseat?
Somebody's backseat.
It's.
okay, I guess we did take Aaron's car. My bad. So I'm still in the front
guess,
seat. So
yeah,
whoever's vehicle, I'm in the
Yeah.
front seat.
All right. Yeah. All right. So now that we've established that we're just like, well, we're gonna have a very comfortable long car ride back to the Athenium. And there's like a lot of bumps along the way, and there's more sriracha packets that are coming out from fucking nowhere.
You know what? They don't ever expire. Or maybe they do. I don't care.
I just don't understand. You already get it bagged. You need it picante.
It's
So they're all having a jovial conversation that has nothing to do with what we just did, and I am sitting in the front seat outside of the initial fire emojis, silent and seething.
Okay. And so you guys do pull up to Underground Atlanta. And Mel, would you like to lead them down to the alley?
Sure, I tell them to leave their blue phones in the vehicle. I tell them to leave their personal phones in the vehicle. Anything that you have that could potentially be a listening device, please put it into this vehicle, turn it off, and remove the battery if you can.
I turn off both phones and put them into a bag in the back seat.
There's enough trash back there that
Yeah,
can be
chip
his.
bag.
There's
you
I
know.
slide it under a pile of CVS receipts. Yeah.
I just look at Aaron and I go, my TA keeps Taco Bell sauce indoor, I understand.
And I will lead them past the back entrance garbage cans and
Yep. And lead them on down into Kenny's Alley. A bit worse for wear construction-wise. And Falcon is sitting there on top of a mound of bags of concrete. Just looking exhausted.
He's very punk rock, I like it.
Thanks. I'm not too fond of it, but it works. Sorry about all that. That is dealing with the prince for you.
I will move in and sit next to her. I'm assuming there's enough room on that
Yeah.
little...
Yeah, she just
space.
puts her arm around you and just kind of is patting your shoulder.
Is this truly our fault? Did we bring somebody in that we should not have?
Olivia custom makes invitations when they're sent out, so I don't know where that one came from, but that is one of the ones sent to all of you.
Mine is locked in the Athenium in my desk drawer. No one can get to it except for us.
Like I said, I don't know where it came from. I just know it's the one she made for you all.
So not that we brought somebody, but that somebody
Found us.
has one of our things.
It's Kindred. You have to assume things aren't safe all the time.
Are we assuming that a kindred took her?
Olivia is extremely powerful. For someone to be able to take her and put her in torpor, if that's what that picture is, they are at least as powerful, if not more.
Is it possible that that is a fake photo? That the blood wasn't even hers? I mean,
The blood was hers. That much I know. As for the photo, I cannot confirm. The blood may not necessarily have come directly from her. Some people get blood in various ways. Aaron, no. I was going to ask if you could possibly scan photo and see if it was fabricated, but we don't exactly want her face in your system.
No.
Nope. I don't imagine that would go over well with Dot.
No. Then, fuck.
Falcon,
Yeah.
what is your plan with this prince?
Right now, survive until Olivia comes back. The Primogen, don't feel he's what's right for this city, is the best way I can put it. But without Olivia, there's not much we can do about it, so we just need to make it through.
What if
till
there
she
was an
gets back.
uprising? There could be an uprising. We could revolt.
He is the prince for a reason.
And we are not exactly the Anarch movement.
Nor are we equipped.
I do appreciate the revolutionary spirit, Mel. It's why I like you.
If this prince is to be usurped, it has to be through the usual politicking that the Camarilla loves so much.
I don't even know if that's what we need to discuss right now.
Yeah, that's a bit far
It is
for
but
now. For now, we're just gonna take care of the city. We're gonna do what we can. I will send you all any information, but I feel like you should all also be prepared because all the Primogen are gone now, which means all the people that opposed Talbot are gone.
Do you think he will make moves?
I wouldn't be surprised. He's been kind of unpredictable lately.
Is this... It's all politics. Is this one of his moves?
I doubt it. He's unstable, but he's never been the kind to hurt another Primogen. There really was a time where he was good for this city. He's why Atlanta's thriving, and so I think no one wants to jump to that kind of conclusion just yet.
And as far as anyone knows, I don't think that Olivia was in his way in any way.
No, if anything, she makes him stronger by cultivating the lost childer.
Which, to speak of, none of us are Toreador. Who's at her house? Who's with the children?
Is her...
Elijah's watching them.
That's it. Don't get me wrong.
Most of them
Sweet
don't
kid.
know enough about Thin Bloods to really dislike him. So
All right.
He's good people.
What they don't know, as far as they're concerned, he is the head of the household.
Falcon, what's the last you heard from Olivia?
Last I heard from her was just an update on the gentleman that you all brought, the one from the gardens.
Stefan.
Yeah.
Stefan, yes. Apparently his daughter is more aware of him than he let on.
This is not good.
She is being evaluated as a masquerade breach. But she doesn't live here, so she will likely become the problem of the prince of her area.
Why are we not... We have the ability, some of us have the ability, to bend these people's minds. Why are we not simply erasing?
Too much information over too long a time.
Athens has to deal with it now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bite off more than I can chew right now.
And Stefan, is he aware of this?
He is not. They don't intend to tell him until the evaluation is over. They're not going to take action until they complete a thorough investigation into what she knows, who she may have told, how she is processing. For all we know, she might be Kindred herself at this point. It wouldn't be the first time. Some people find out a loved one is turned and they seek it themselves.
Are we able to bring her in if she is, or is she still Athens' problem?
She will remain Athens' problem until she comes to the city, and even if she comes to Atlanta, she's going to have to present herself to Talbot and beg forgiveness.
Nah.
Oof.
So the last you heard from Olivia was text message, phone call?
I stopped by to see her a couple weeks ago.
And that was the last you guys have spoken.
Yeah.
Since when was she missing?
We don't know. Talbot called us in earlier tonight, and that's the first we heard of it. He typically stays in pretty direct contact with her to get information about the lost childer, so I assume it must have been recent.
We haven't even seen her since Stefan. We brought the other one to Dot. I don't even know how long it's been, honestly. Some weeks since we've even laid eyes on her.
What's the procedure for making new kindred? Don't they have to go before the prince?
Yes, they have to get Talbot's permission.
When was the last time that happened? Or has the tap gone dry for a while?
Honestly, with finding the lost childer, we have to kind of evaluate how many kindred are in Atlanta. Talbot has instituted a sort of, he calls it a hiring freeze. No new childer until we know the situation a bit better. Which he might be right on that. We can't really be approving new embraces when maybe there's 2,000 childer out there.
And we've been sending enough back anyway.
And now we have to supervise this 2,000 childer?
No, we have to supervise the known.
Right.
No,
That's a segue into my next question, Falcon. Maybe we're qualified to do that, but that can't be safe.
This was my idea, to put you all in charge right now while the others are gone, because I trust Talbot as far as I can throw him, and despite my current state, I am not actually that strong comparatively to him, and he is quite tall.
I know that feeling.
How old is he?
I don't know. Olivia doesn't know. Proctor herself couldn't even determine it. We have no idea.
And I think at this point, that unfortunately, he's the least of our worries. Because we have to run these groups while you're away.
Essentially, I wanted to be able to keep eyes across the city in case anything goes wrong. So I offered you all up as a sheriff network, so to speak.
He was receptive of this?
It took a lot of head bowing and ring kissing, but yes.
And I assume that is not an official authority or title that we are being given at the moment.
No.
Your official title is babysitters.
And to what extent do we expect any of our fellow kindred to listen to us or to adhere to any policies we might enact?
Better get your game face on.
Honestly, ideally, this should not be a position that any of you will have to worry about. Ideally, the Primogen should get Olivia back in just a couple days. Travel to the last known location that they had is going to take a few nights. But my hope is that it should be less than a week.
Is this one going to be overseeing Tilly for a while until she's feeling...
I'm going to check in on her. Proctor said that she has things in place. I don't really know Tremere stuff. Sorry, Anton. She's got wards that keep Tilly from leaving.
No.
And I'm just going to go by and make sure she's fed. That's horrible. It makes Tilly sound like a houseplant. I'm going to take care of her.
Did Proctor coordinate that with you?
Yes.
So that you could?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be taking up some slight residence in the Chantry.
Understand.
Is there anything we can do to help the Primogen in this?
Keep your eyes as open as humanly possible. More so than you even think. Because the Primogen are traveling to a location, but another reason I wanted to stay here is I'm not terribly sure that the person who did this isn't still in Atlanta. So I need you guys to be the snooping Scooby gang that I can't be.
How would the Primogen feel about... I wonder how Tabitha would feel about throwing a get-together at the King and Queen. You never know if someone might try and take an opportunity to be there.
Tabitha is unreachable, as will the rest of the Primogen be. For safety, they're not taking any communication devices with them.
I understand this. At the same time, I feel a bit trepidatious about this, because I'm afraid I do not share your opinion, Mel. I actually am quite concerned about our supreme leader in this instance.
I have a feeling he's going to be following us a little closer than we'd like at inconvenient moments.
And let me just be clear, and this is the moment where all this tension that I've been building is kind of finally out. I am also worried about him. I am not okay with the way things are going. I do not believe they are going to continue to go well. But for now, we have a job. So let's talk revolution at another time. Okay?
It's fair.
I would just be wary of when he's going to pop up.
That is more my concern.
Then we behave as the professionals that we know we are. Yes? Yes?
The Gangrel will be fine. They're removed enough from the city.
Yeah.
They don't care who's at the top. You give them enough to distract them out in the woods, they'll be... the days will pass by. We'll blink and
Really?
they'll be fine.
You see Falcon kind of groan, and she goes, yeah. Alpha's gonna be at the house while she's gone. No. Yep.
Never mind then.
This a friend of yours?
You
No.
You might want a room with a friend. I can't imagine that's anything you want to walk in on.
You.
I'll work it out.
Yeah. We may be fine. We may be under difficult circumstances. The Tremere who are part of my house with Proctor, we will all be fine. Handful from outside of city who are of other houses might see this as opportunity, might just be content to do their own thing. I will have to take it as it goes.
Yeah. Ventrue, it's a literal power vacuum right now, unless...
It's time for you to step up into this position appointed by the Princeton, I suppose.
Thus the party.
Fucking Rosie. Yeah, so if you guys wanna go, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna stay in touch. You guys take care and be careful.
And she has her arm around me, and I'll just give her a little squeeze, and
She just kind of leans into you for a second.
I will ask her quietly as they're gathering their things. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you?
She kind of lowers her voice and goes, I just really fucking hate him and I want to watch him burn.
The feeling is mutual.
She sits back up and goes, thank you for being so loyal. I really appreciate it.
You know how much I care for the cause.
Of course.
And I will release her and pat her on the arm as I'm leaving the pile of concrete bags.
Okay.
I'll let Mel walk by and say, for what it's worth, I think we all know that it is the Primogen who are the reason that Atlanta is flourishing. And I do not say this with any sort of kissery, as it were.
She says, that's very nice of you.
And I'll squeeze. I'm walking past Anton with my back to her, and I'll squeeze his shoulder as he says that and nod and continue to walk.
I think Proctor has Netflix. Check out Oktoberfection if you're staying there. This is a very good show.
Sure.
No.
Thanks.
No, walk out.
Yeah, I'm booking it back to the car, because at this point I'm just not sure how safe the car is under these circumstances.
Well, we don't currently have any of our telephones on us.
I know, they're in the car.
Yeah, but we'll get back to the vehicle and we'll act as though everything is normal. That is the plan going forward, is we do what we have been tasked with doing.
How is the car when we get there?
Car's fine.
Sweet.
Okay. And so as you guys head back to the car, Talbot, the security guard from downstairs, knocks on your door.
Open the door. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I've got those files you requested, the folders for the party.
Perfect. Nothing's leaking, right?
No, I printed these out myself, sir.
Okay.
And so, I've got, this folder is venue spaces, and this folder is the names of the people you requested, and then this folder is decorations. I figure, since it's going to be a masquerade ball, we should really do it up.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Well, yeah, of course, sir.
Is I know. Did you want an invite, like, on the down low?
I would kind of like that, sir. I've never been to a kindred party, and this one sounds like a real hoot.
All right, you just gotta try and find one of those Halloween pop-ups or something, or like it's just some like.
Oh, I've got a sister. She lives out in Kansas. She's real great. You'd probably like her. She seems real Could be kindred type. I don't know. She's real pale. She wears like big boots. She's got like a lot of black clothes. Her hair is real straight black. But she sometimes, when she comes to the family functions and she wants to give my mother a fright, she puts on these fangs, and I tell you, they're real convincing. I'm sure they're pretty offensive to your type, but you know, they're pretty convincing to me. So maybe I can get you a picture and run it by you and see what you think.
If you're asking, the answer is no. I have to turn down requests from people like her so many times a week.
Oh no, I just mean I think she might be, but I don't know.
Yeah, send me pics.
Will do. All right, thank you, sir. Did you need anything else for this party? Am I supposed to go ahead and start inviting people?
You haven't yet?
You said you wanted to look over that guest list first. You said you gotta choose your guest of honor. I just wanted to make sure I didn't overstep my boundaries. My mom says I do that too much.
Yeah, I was testing you. All right, yeah, you're good. You can.
All right, thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Motherfucker, I forgot.
He's gonna turn and leave, and that is where we are going to leave off for tonight. So thank you guys so much, and thank you, Evan Ivey, for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye.